Hello, I'm Jess, and I will share with you the 5 habits to easy vegan weight loss and how I lost 20 pounds. Hi, I'm Jessica Carvad. I'm a vegan health coach for women and menstrual cycle expert, and I'm so excited that I'm here with you today. I will share a little bit of my story when I went vegan and how it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. So I went vegan 5 years ago at this point that you're watching this video. I don't know, check the date. I did it because I was struggling with health issues. I was very curious to try things because I had hormonal health issues. I was researching a lot. At this point, for 2 years, I was struggling, trying many different things, creams, doctors, naturopaths, pills, all of that stuff. Nothing seemed to work until I stumbled across a couple of videos of women telling the audience that when they went vegan, they cured their hormonal health issues and their skin cleared up. And so I was very curious about the vegan diet. It was the second time that I really heard about it and that I really wanted to get a better idea of. I started doing a lot more research about the vegan diet and veganism in general, and I stumbled across videos about animal agriculture, which really were painful to watch. I was in shock. I remember just sitting in my bed crying, and I decided in that evening that I was never going to eat meat again and I was going to go vegan overnight. And I did within a couple of months. Some of my issues diminished. My skin actually cleared up, not fully, but it cleared up to a point where I was happy with. Even though a lot of things started to change, I gained weight. I started to gain weight as a vegan. I started to feel bloated. I was moving a lot at that time. I was at least walking 1 to 2 hours a day, being at the gym 1 hour a day. So movement of around 2 to 3 hours a day, easy. And for some reason, no matter what I did and how healthy I thought I was eating as a vegan, I was bloated and I gained weight, and I also never felt fully satisfied. I felt like no matter how much I was eating or what I was eating, there was just a constant state of hunger and cravings, and I was just very confused. And so within some time, I honestly started trying it all. I started trying vegan keto, I started trying fruitarian, intermittent fasting, raw till 4, high carb, low carb, keto. I think I already said that. So if there was one person that tried it all, I did. And so from my experience, nothing really worked in the long run. Some things, of course, worked in the short run, and I felt a little bit better. My digestion improved in some of those cases, but nothing was really sustainable. I was living in Barcelona at that time, and I didn't want to also restrict myself from going out to have dinner or drink alcohol if I wanted to, And so I was like, I don't know what else I can do. Long story short, I became a vegan nutritionist and I learned about nutrition, and I realized that the way that I was eating wasn't sustainable because the majority of my food was made up of carbohydrates and a lot of fiber, which my body wasn't taking well. And so when I mean carbohydrates, I was still eating healthy. It was whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, potatoes, lentils, beans, all of that stuff. But it was so extremely high in fiber and so high in carbohydrates that my body was just not able to process all of these foods. And so I ended up over consuming on calories as well because I never fully felt satisfied. And so there was a point where I definitely realized that there are a couple of things that we as women need to do. And so this is also how, when I changed my diet and when I did it in a smart way, and tips that I'm going to share with you right now, this has really helped me shed 20 pounds and keep it off. Since then, I've not gained weight anymore. I've not lost weight. I've been at a very healthy weight. I've been able to work out. I've been able to do all of the things that I want to. My digestion is great. Of course, when you eat shit once in a while, when you don't eat the best food once in a while, of course, I also struggle sometimes. It's very normal. So the very first thing that I did, and the first habit that I made sure I implemented from the very start, is to consume enough protein. And when I mean protein, I mean good vegan protein. I don't mean beans, lentils, and chickpeas, because actually this is not a primary vegan protein source. The primary macronutrient source from that food is carbohydrates. And so again, carbohydrates, high fiber, can make you feel like shit. And I'm not saying to not consume those foods, but it's not a primary vegan protein source. So primary vegan protein sources are anything from tofu, tempeh, seitan, textured vegetable protein, protein powder, fake meats, and even bean pasta can help. So these are primary vegan protein sources that can make a huge difference to the way that you feel. So I would definitely say making sure that each of your meals, if it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, has one of those vegan protein sources in them. Protein powder, guys, it's a lifesaver. And I know a lot of people do not want to substitute with things like that. I do not see this as a supplement. I see this as something that extremely helped me with my bloating, with my digestion, with my energy, with my satiety. It really changed my life. And I make sure that I have a very clean vegan protein powder. I don't consume non-organic protein powders. And I always make sure that they are tested on heavy metals. So the protein powder that I choose is very clean, is very healthy, and is actually really, really great to consume as well. So I definitely would say if you have a hard time eating enough, and also if you travel a lot, I travel a lot, I always take my protein powder with me because you can add it to your smoothies, your breakfast, your porridge in the morning. You can just have a shake, right? It's just so easy. But definitely still recommend eating normal foods like tofu, tempeh, all of that beautiful stuff, and consuming enough of vegan protein. The second habit is that I made sure that I fill my plate up with lots of beautiful vegetables and fruit. This really helped me lose weight and be healthy and get enough nutrients in, the micronutrients as well that are extremely important. It's not only the macros, but also the micros. This way, you know, every single meal that I have, I make sure that I have some type of fruit or vegetable in it. Like usually in the morning for breakfast, I have fruits. If it's, you know, a banana, some berries, I always have it with my oatmeal or my smoothie. And then for lunch and dinner, I always make sure that I have lots of vegetables that I add to my meals. And it's just so easy to do that. And also in your smoothies, you can also just blend some vegetables in your smoothie as well. And just so easy to add that to your diet. The third habit is that helped me lose weight is to eat balanced. What I mean with balanced is going back to macronutrients. You can overconsume on carbohydrates, but you can also underconsume on other macros, right? So you want to make sure that when you have a meal, it's balanced in all three macronutrients. You have your fat, you have your carb, and your protein source. This way, the way that this type of meal is absorbed into your body and into your bloodstream is very stable. Your blood sugar is gonna stay stable. You're gonna feel a lot more satisfied. Your cravings are gonna go down, and you're just gonna feel healthier and happier. Trust me. I've tried it all I told you, and when you can really create a balanced meal like this, you will feel a lot more satisfied, you will feel less hungry, and it's really going to help you with your weight loss. The fourth habit is the 80-20 rule that I love to talk about. 80% nutritious food, 20% happiness food. With this type of approach, it really helped me just feel like I am still allowed and able to eat all of the things that I love, but I'm still filling up most of my days with healthy food that is making me feel good. The 80-20 approach is sometimes not only always 80-20, it can be 70-30, sometimes even 50-50, but if your focus is, okay, the majority of my meals are nutritious, healthy foods, and 20%, 30% of the time, I'm indulging here and there, you're so much further than the majority of people, and you're going to feel a huge difference in the way you feel, your mindset as well, because you don't feel restricted. We know how it is when we restrict ourselves from our favorite foods, we will want it even more, right? Forbidden foods are like forbidden fruit, and we want that. So definitely would recommend still incorporating those foods here and there once in a while. And then the fifth habit, which is definitely a lifesaver, is to make sure you have a list of your favorite vegan recipes available at all times. If I look at the week, the way that I eat, I definitely eat a lot of the same meals many times. I don't have a lot of time. I work a lot. I'm very busy. So I make sure that I have my staple meals. I always have those groceries at home so I can quickly put it together. I know how it goes. I don't have to think too much. I know the recipe by heart, so I don't need to like look at the recipe and do it at all anymore. I just throw everything together and I'm happy. So definitely would recommend having a staple 5 to 10 favorite healthy recipes that you know you like, that you know you will not get bored of, and keep the ingredients at home if you can at all times. I personally eat the same thing for breakfast every morning and I never get bored. I always have my oatmeal with my protein powder, with my fruits and my peanut butter or almond butter, and this is an incredibly balanced meal. It makes me feel good. It keeps me satisfied for a long time in the morning, and I just feel really, really good knowing that I start my day with a good meal. So you don't have to keep it complicated. Try to find meals that are very easy and quick to prepare, that are making you happy and are making you satisfied. And having those recipes at hand is gonna save you a lot of time and a lot of headache as well. So these are my 5 habits that have helped me lose weight on a vegan diet, and I hope you will take something from this. I hope this was helpful for you. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram. It's at I am Jessica Carvat. I also have my own podcast, so I would love to see you there. And until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.